Good morning and welcome everyone to today's episode of Live Without Limits. Unlock your power blueprint for transforming your mindset. And today's show is titled Empower Yourself: How to Gain Control and Thrive in Your Life. I'm your host, Davida Shinsky, and in this show, we're diving into a topic that can truly transform the way that you live, feeling empowered and taking control of your life. Now, when we talk about empowerment, we're talking about controlling every single thing around you. We're talking about something deeper, about understanding the power that you have within yourself to shape your responses, decisions, and mindset. It's about realizing that you have control over your own life, even when things seem chaotic or uncertain. So let me share a quick story with you. A friend of mine who was feeling completely overwhelmed by her job was struggling with the demands of a work-life balance. She felt powerless, constantly stressed, and as if her life was spinning out of control, when it wasn't until she realized that while she couldn't control her boss or the workload, she could control how she responded to those challenges. She started setting boundaries, practicing mindfulness, and gradually took back control. Over time, she regained her confidence and felt more empowered than ever. And what's more, she started thriving in her role because she no longer felt like she was at the mercy of external pressures. So, why does this matter? Well, when you feel empowered, the benefits are endless. You experience less stress because you stop trying to control things that are out of your hands. You'll feel more confident in your ability to handle whatever life throws at you. And most importantly, you are the decision maker, and which becomes clearer. You stop second guessing yourself and you start trusting that you can make choices that align with your values and goals. We'll break down the steps to feeling empowered and how you can regain control over your life. We'll talk about what empowerment really means, why so many of us feel disempowered, and actionable strategies that you can start using today to take charge. By the end of this show, you'll have the tools and mindset shifts needed to step into your power, face challenges with resilience, and truly thrive. So grab your notebook, get comfortable, and let's dive in. Now, before I get into it, one of the things that I want to talk about is that often as children, other people make decisions for us. But as we get older, as we take more control over our lives, we learn how to deal with different situations. But in many cases, if you have someone that keeps that total control and doesn't allow you to grow, what happens? Then you don't initially have that power, and you have to learn how to gain it, because they will they may be there right now to help you, but you have to realize someday they won't be, and you have to be able to live your life the best way possible. Therefore, it behooves a parent to allow their child to grow, to take a little bit more control over their lives as they get older. The problem is that you have some parents that don't succeed in the things they want to do, and then they try to use their children to get experience those professions that they wanted to be in and just didn't have the ability to succeed, because it all is based not only on your talent but the fact that you multi-talented. If you've ever seen anyone succeed in the entertainment business, whether it's in the music business, whether it's as a writer, whether it's as a director, they often are multi-talented and can do more than one thing, because that's what it takes to be able to succeed. The meaning of empowerment. Let's start with the basics. And what does it really mean to feel empowered? Personal empowerment is all about gaining a sense of control over your own life. It's the belief that you have the power to make decisions that align with your goals and values, no matter what's happening around you. Empowerment, though, isn't about controlling every little detail in life. It's about understanding that while we can't always control external circumstances like what other people do or the challenges that life throws our way, we can control how we respond to those things. This distinction is key because true empowerment starts with your mindset, not your circumstances. There's a common myth that being empowered means having complete control over everything. But here's the truth: trying to control everything around you often leads to more frustration and anxiety. Instead, empowerment is about mastering internal control, your thoughts, emotions, and reactions by focusing on what you can control. You'll be able to navigate life's ups and downs and with more confidence, clarity. So take the example of someone who's thriving in their career. Face the setbacks. Now, let's go back and say this again. Take an example of someone who's thriving in their career, even in the face of setbacks. Maybe they didn't land the dream job the first try, but they stayed resilient, focused on what they could control, and took steps to improve. That's the essence of empowerment. It's not about steps to improve. That's the, okay. It's not about avoiding difficulties, but rather about how you face and overcome them. So empowerment is a journey that starts within. And once you understand that, you'll stop wasting energy on things outside your control and start focusing on the real power that you hold in your own life. Why do we feel disempowered? Well, what we first need to do is define what empowerment is. So let's dive into why so many of us feel disempowered in the first place. It's important to understand the root causes, because only then can we start taking steps to reclaim our power. There are several factors, both so, so societal and personal, that contribute to feeling of powerless. First, let's talk about so, societal expectations. We live in a world that often measures success by external markers. Things like, well, status, or other people's approval. When we don't meet these expectations, it's easy to feel like we're feeling short, like we're not in control of our own path. There's the impact of past experiences. Think back to a time when you may have failed at something important to you. Maybe you were rejected for a promotion or relationship that didn't work out the way you hoped. These experiences can leave emotional scars and lead to fear of failure. Over time, if these fears aren't addressed, they can make you feel like life is happening to you instead of steering the ship. So let's not forget that limiting beliefs, these are those negative internal messages that we tell ourselves, like, I'm not good enough, or I'll never succeed. These beliefs are often deeply ingrained, and can even from childhood, society, or past trauma. When we operate from a place of limiting beliefs, it's no surprise that we feel disempowered. There's external pressures, whether it's societal expectations, family pressures, or workplace demands. These outside forces can make you feel like you're constantly on a hamster wheel with no time to stop, reflect, and take control. But here's the truth: none of these things, past failures, limiting beliefs, external pressures, define who you are or what you're capable of. Feeling disempowered is temporary, and with the right tools, you can break free from these limitations. When you feel powerless, the effects ripple through every part of your life. Your mental health suffers, your productivity declines, and your relationships become strained. Feeling out of control can also lead to something known as learned hopelessness, where after repeated failures or setbacks, you start believing that there's no point in trying anymore. It's like giving up before you've even begun. But here's the good news: once you understand what's causing these feelings, you can take action to reverse them. You can regain control. And that's exactly what we'll talk about next: steps that you can take to reclaim your power and your personal power. So, here are some steps to reclaim your power. We've talked about why we often feel disempowered, but now it's time to dive into the steps that you take to reclaim your power and start feeling more in control of your life. This is where the real transformation happens. So, if you've got a pen and paper nearby, you might want to jot down these steps. Cultivating self awareness. The first step to reclaiming your power is self awareness. It's hard to change something if you've not even aware of it. Isn't that right? Start by asking yourself, when in your life do you feel disempowered? Is it in your relationships, your career, your finances, or maybe your health? Awareness is the first key to unlocking your personal power. One great way to cultivate self awareness is through journaling. Take 10 minutes each day to write down your thoughts, emotions, and experiences. This helps you identify patterns and triggers that make you feel powerless. Another powerful tool is meditation. Even just 5 minutes of mindfulness a day can help you tune in to your inner world and notice when you're giving away your power to external factors. Cultivating awareness is about deepening your connection to the present moment, your thoughts, emotions, and surroundings. So, here are some effective ways to build and nurture awareness. Mindfulness practice. Focus on your breath, observing its rhythm and depth within judgment. Bring attention to each part of your body, noting sensations, tension, and relaxation. Savor each bite of your food, paying attention to the texture, flavor, and aroma. Pause and identify something that you can see, hear, feel, taste, and smell. Now, here are some suggestions on journals to keep. Gratitude journaling. Write down things that you're grateful for to shift focus to the positive aspects of life. Reflection journaling. Reflection on your daily experiences, emotions, and thoughts. Stream of consciousness writing. Write whatever comes to mind to uncover subconscious patterns. Self reflection. Regularly ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Or why did I react this way? Reflect on past decisions to identify thought patterns or biases. Start the day by setting mindful intentions for how you want to act or feel. Meditation. Use apps or videos to guide you in focusing on your awareness. Focus on cultivating compassion for yourself and others. Physical activities. Engage in mindful movement to connect your body and mind. Walk slowly, paying attention to each step in your surroundings. Tune into your body as you stretch, noticing areas of tension. Now we're going to talk about social awareness. Fully focus on what someone is saying without planning your response. Pay attention to how people communicate through words and body. And these practices can help you become more attuned to your inner world and the empowerment around you in reaching your self awareness and understanding. Reframe your mindset. Once you've identified where you're feeling powerless, the next step is to change and reframe your mindset. Empowerment is all about how you think. You've probably heard the phrase, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. This speaks to the power of the mindset. Start by questioning these limiting beliefs. Ask yourself, is it really true? Or is this just a story I've been telling myself? Replace negative self talk with positive affirmations like, I am capable of handling anything that comes my way. I have control over how I react to life's challenges. Over time, this mindset shift will start to make a big difference in your empowered and how you feel. So, gaining power over your life involves taking control of your choices, emotions, and circumstances to create a life aligned with your goals and values. So, here are some actionable ways to achieve this. Cultivate self awareness, daily journaling, mindful practices, understand your values, clarify what matters most to you, and use it as a guide for decisions. Set clear goals. Create goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Visualize your aspirations and keep you focused and motivated. Divide large objectives into manageable steps to maintain momentum. Build emotional resilience. Take responsibility. Prioritize your health. Stay physically active to boost energy and mental clarity. Fuel your body with nutritious foods to optimize performance. Ensure consistent quality sleep to recharge and maintain focus. Develop your skills. Lifelong learning. Continuously improve through courses, books, and workshops. Focus on your natural talents and build on them. Learn to pivot and thrive in changing circumstances. By implementing these strategies, you can gain greater control over your life and build a path toward personal fulfillment and success. Setting boundaries and saying no. A huge part of empowerment is learning to set boundaries and say no. This step is often the hardest because many of us are people pleasers or fear conflict. But here's the thing, saying no isn't about being selfish, it's about protecting your time, your energy, and your mental health. Think about the time when you said yes to something you didn't want to do. How did it make you feel afterward? Drained? Resentful? Learning to say no is a skill that will keep you and help you reclaim control over your life. Start small. Practice saying no to something minor and work your way up. You'll quickly realize how empowering it feels to make decisions that are aligned with your needs. So, setting boundaries and learning to say no are crucial for maintaining your well being, protecting your time, and fostering healthy relationships. So, let's talk about some practical strategies. Understand your limits, determine what matters most to you, and align your boundaries with those values. Pay attention to situations or people that cause stress or discomfort. Be honest about your energy, time, and emotional resources. Communicate clearly. Use simple and straightforward language to express your needs. I can't take on any new projects right now. Focus on your feelings and choices rather than blaming others. I need some time for myself this weekend. You don't need to justify your boundaries with long explanations. Set boundaries proactively. Communicate your boundaries early to avoid confusion. I don't check work emails until after 6 p.m. Turn off notifications or set auto replies during personal time. Handle pushback gracefully. Respond calmly if someone challenges your boundary. I understand this is important to you, but I need to stick to my decision. Restate your point. If someone tries to pressure you, I can't help you this time, and I hope you understand. If someone refuses to respect your boundaries, it's okay to disengage. Respect others while setting boundaries. Thank the person for understanding. Thank you for considering my schedule. Show empathy while maintaining your position. I know this is important, and I hope you find help that you need by using these strategies. You can confidently set boundaries and say no while maintaining respect for yourself and others. Empowerment isn't just about thinking differently, it's about taking action, but not just any action, intentional action. Once you've redefined your mindset and set boundaries, start taking small, consistent steps towards your goals. Don't overwhelm yourself by trying to change everything at once. Focus on one area of your life and take daily steps to improve it. So let's say that you feel disempowered in your career. What's one action that you can take today? Maybe it's updating your resume, reaching out to a mentor, or enrolling in a course to improve your skills. The key here is momentum. Small, intentional actions lead to big results over time. Embrace responsibility. The final step is embracing responsibility. Empowered people don't blame others for their circumstances. They understand that while they can't control everything, they can always control their response. Take responsibility, which means owning your own choices, your mindset, and your actions. When you take full ownership of your life, you stop waiting for things to change and start creating change for yourself. This shift in thinking is incredibly empowerment. So, here are some daily empowerment rituals. One of the best ways to reinforce feelings of empowerment is through daily rituals. These are small habits that you can incorporate into your morning or evening routine that remind you of your personal power. So let's start with the morning. When you wake up, instead of diving straight into chaos of the day, emails, notifications, the rush to get out the door, try taking just 5 to 10 minutes to center yourself. A simple gratitude practice is incredibly effective. Start by writing down 3 things that you're grateful for. It can be as small as I'm thankful for a good night's sleep, or as big as I'm grateful for the opportunity to create the life I want. So, the journey of empowerment isn't always smooth. There will be obstacles, setbacks, and moments where you might feel like you're hosting and losing control again. But that's okay. What matters is how you respond to these challenges. Let's start with setbacks. No matter how empowered you feel, life will throw curveballs your way. Maybe you didn't get the promotion that you were working towards, or relationship ended unexpectedly. In the moments, it's easy to feel like you're back to square one. But here's the thing, setbacks don't define you. Battling your self doubt and fear. Another obstacle to empowerment is self doubt. It's that voice in your head that says, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough. We all have moments of self doubt, but the key is not to let it stop you. Learning from failure. Let's talk about failure. So often, we're afraid to take risks because we don't want to fail. But here's the truth, failure is a part of empowerment journey. It's not something to be feared, it's something to be embraced. When you fail, and you will, at some point, use it as a stepping stone. Empowered individuals don't see failure as the end, they see it as a learning opportunity. Ask yourself, what can I do differently that the next time? How can I grow from this experience? The more you learn to view failure in this way, the more empowered you'll feel to take bold, courageous action. So, there you have it, feeling empowered and taking control of your life is not just a possibility, it's a journey. But you can start today. We've talked about the meaning of empowerment, why we sometimes feel disempowered, the steps to reclaiming your power, and how to overcome the obstacles along the way. My challenge to you is this: take one action today that brings you closure to feeling empowered. Maybe it's setting a boundary, making a decision you've been putting off, or simply starting your day with gratitude. Whatever it is, know that each small step will bring you closer to the life where you're fully in control. Before we go, I'd like to hear from you. What's one thing that you're doing to reclaim your power? Share your stories with me, and let's keep this conversation going. Be sure to subscribe to this podcast for more episodes like this. And if you found today's episode helpful, leave a review so others can discover this content also. And remember this, you have the power to take control of your life, to unlock your potential